Hi everyone! Welcome back to Legend of Mystics. I'm your host, Diana Priyanka Chaudhary, and today we're going to continue with the myth of Tiresias. Last week we discussed how a version of the myth says Tiresias became blind and eventually a great prophet, all because of Athena and her curse. This week we're going to explore how it was actually Zeus and Hera's doing in some other version. So, in the second version, Zeus and Hera were having a argument where Zeus said that women receive the most pleasure during sex, and Hera said men do. Now, they couldn't figure out who actually does receive the most pleasure, so they brought in Tiresias as a um, mediator of sorts. Now, poor Tiresias, he was devastated because he knew that no matter who he said was the one who received the most pleasure, the other god is gonna get really mad. So, eventually, though, he had to tell the truth and said that women receive the most pleasure. And Hera got really mad and cursed him to be blind. However, later on, she had pity and also gave him um, the power of being an oracle, being a prophet, even though she didn't take the curse back. Now, in another a little twist in the another version, there's so many versions of these stories. It is said that it was actually Tiresias who went to Hera and said, "I can't figure out which um, sex has the most pleasure during sex. Can you please tell me?" Hera couldn't decide, and so she gave him the power to um, change into both sexes and try things out for himself as both as a man and a woman. Once he came back, Zeus was supposedly of the opinion that men have more pleasure, and Hera said the women have more pleasure. The only thing constant in this another version of the story is that Tiresias still said women have the most pleasure, and Zeus got really mad and cursed him to be blind forever. But again, in this version of the story, again, Zeus had pity on him eventually. So Zeus made Tiresias an excellent prophet in return for taking away his eyesight. So, in all these versions, there is one thing paramount that women are the superior gender that experiences sex better, according to Tiresias. Don't get mad now, okay? According to Tiresias. And in all versions, there is a penalty for saying the truth. And that's one of the main takeaways that I take from it, is that the truth comes with a cost. And in our daily lives, if you have noticed, it's the same principle holds true. Most people are more, let me say, eager. Most people are more eager to say the truth as a weapon when it suits for them, but they cannot accept the truth when it's said to them. They can use it as a weapon to hurt others. They can use it as a uh, taunt. They can use it as a jab. But when the same truth comes back to them, when they hear something they don't like, they do not appreciate it at all. So that's takeaway number one. Number two is transgender or um, unisex theory is present from ancient times. There's a lot of talk these days of how um, gays, lesbians, and transgender folks are allowed into the society when they shouldn't. But this is an age-old idea, and it was accepted to a point where in the version Hera turned Tiresias into both sexes to let him enjoy it. So it has been a part of our cultures from eons ago. I just think Christianity is going a little bit overboard with not accepting it. Frankly, any religion that doesn't accept diversity in any form is backward. At least the Greeks weren't backward. They can be anything: immoral, useless, hubris, um, conniving, ruthless, but at least they were not backwards. That's my second takeaway from this. My third takeaway from this is that Tiresias had a really good choice in in saying what he did. But that's just a personal take. Don't hate me for it. Um, but it also shows that no matter what you say, there will always be someone who doesn't agree with it. And it's up to you if you still want to go forward with telling what you have to say or not. Um, you know that saying that you can please some people all the time, you can please all the people sometimes, but you cannot please everyone all the time. And that is my main takeaway from this story, is that you gotta say what you gotta say, no matter who agrees with you or not, as long as it's the truth. And yeah, that's it for my takeaways from this story. What are yours? Please connect with me in the comments below and let me know. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share this video also. And lastly, don't forget to ring that notification bell so you get updates on whenever I upload a video. Okay, that's it for now. I will see you next week. Bye.